Welcome to Pobev. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. The first performer of the night is a band named Palm Up.
Then we're going to hear from Brayden Brown, our classic opener.
And then we'll hear a performance from Robin.
And then finish off this set with Savannah.
Give it up for our performers.
Okay. While everyone gets it up, I'll tell you guys, we are a group of music therapy students here at Utah State. And yeah, everyone's really cool, and we're going to play you a song that I'm sure you all know. So if you know what, sing really, really loud for me.
Dreams of leaving Tennessee. Hello everyone, how are we doing tonight? Before I begin, first off, the performance performing was actually pretty good. That song should be on Spotify, by the way. Well, now it's time for my performance, and I'm taking you guys to the west. Over heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River, like it over there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. All my memories, yes, from her, finest lady, bring her to the water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. 50 feet of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Comfortable, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. I hear the wind in the morning, it calls with rain on my trail. I'm home already. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have home. I got to say, yes, again. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road, 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 take me home. Country road. Special shout out to one of my fans, Ethan. In other news, I don't know if I should announce this, but I'm a recipient for an award. I don't want to reveal too much, but Robin Awards, April 4th at 7 p.m. here in the TNT Ballroom. Alright, enjoy the rest of Pobev. And remember, don't have a good night, have a great night!
It's the moment.
This man is not just a player. He outdoes, he thrives. He is him and
All right, since we are at Pobev, we need to include some poems. So we're going to learn about some poetry etiquette.
You guys, we here at Series Committee think it'd be a fun idea if while our friends are saying their poems that we include some snaps, because that feels right when we're doing poems, right? Okay, so what we're thinking here is whenever our people that are giving our poems drop any really cool lines during the poem, we're going to give them some snaps while they're doing their poem to show them that we're appreciating the things they're saying, the bars they're dropping. And then at the end, once their poem is done and they've killed it, we're going to give them a big round of applause. So to help us practice our snapping skills, my friend Xander here wrote a poem for us.
All right, Xander.
Roses are red, we love Big Blue. Globev is sponsored by viewers like you. Thank you. So before we hear from the poems, we're going to start with one song, and then we'll go to the poems.
Yeah, so our song is going to be by Haley Owens, and then we're going to have our poems by Chase Miller, Sam Bedecker, and Sarah Hunter.
Give it up for our performers.
My name is Luke. This is my buddy Joe. We're part of a band called Juniper North. You can find us on Instagram if that's something you want to do. It's at Juniper_North_band. We released a single last month, and we're going to play it for you. It's called Lay Lady in Blue.
Hello? Oh, there we go. So, I'm going to recite a poem. It's kind of a scary poem. At least it always scared me when I was a kid. My grandpa would always recite it to us. And I wish he was here to do it, because he does such a good job. He he actually taught horse nutrition here at Utah State. And I always loved the poem, and I wonder why he learned it. I unfortunately never asked him, but it reminds me of the cold winters here in Logan. You can kind of relate to the main character of the poem. His name's Sam McGee. So the poem's called The Cremation of Sam McGee. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights. The queerest they ever did see was the night on the marge of Lake LaBarge. I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home from the south to roam around the pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell. Though he'd often say, in his homely way, that he'd sooner live in hell. On a Christmas day, we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail. Talk of your cold through the parka's fold. It stabbed like a driven nail. If her eyes would close and her lashes froze, till sometimes we couldn't see. It wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. And that very night, as we lay packed tight, our ropes beneath the snow, and the dogs were fed, and the stars overhead were dancing heel and toe. He turned to me, and Cap, says he, I'll cash in this trip, I guess. And if I do, I'm asking that you won't refuse my last request. Well, he seemed so low that I couldn't say no. Then he says with a sort of moan, it's the cursed cold, it's got right hold, till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet tain't being dead, it's my awful dread of the icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that foul or fair, you'll cremate my last remains. Well, pal's last need is a thing to heed, so I swore that I would not fail. And we started on in the streak of dawn, but gosh, he looked ghastly pale. He crouched on his sleigh and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee. And before nightfall, a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. There wasn't a breath in that land of death as I hurried forward driven, with a corpse half hid that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. It was lashed to the sleigh, but it seemed to say, you may tax your brawn and brain, but you promised true, and it's up to you to cremate those last remains. Now, a promise made is debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. In the days to come, though my lips were dumb, in my heart how I cursed that load. In the long, long night, by the lonely firelight, all the huskies round in a ring howled out their woes to the homeless snows. Oh gosh, how I loathed the thing. And every day that quiet clay seemed to heavy and heavier grow. And on I went till the dogs were spent and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. And I'd often sing to the hateful thing, and it hearkened with a grin. Till I came to the marge of Lake LaBarge, and a derelict there lay. It was jammed in the ice, but I saw it in a trice. It was called the Alice May. I looked at it, then I thought a bit, then I looked at my frozen chum. Then here, says I, with a sudden cry, is my crematorium. Some planks I tore from the cabin floor, then I lit the boiler fire. Some coal I found that was lying around, then I heaped the fuel higher. The flames just soared and the furnace roared, such a blaze you seldom see. Then I bored a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Then I made for a hide, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. And the heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but a hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And the greasy smoke in an inky cloak went streaking down the sky. I do not know how long in the snow I wrestled with grisly fear, but the stars came out and danced about. Here again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said, I'll just take a peep inside. I guess he's cooked, and it's time I looked, and the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and calm, in the heart of the furnace roar. He wore a smile you could see for a mile, and said, please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in a cold storm. Since I left Plum Tree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who mourn for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights, the queerest they ever did see. It was the night on the marge of Lake LaBarge, I cremated
Sam McGee.
Test.
Okay. Good evening. I have 4 poems for you. They're quite short, though. Restless. Unrest sits in my bones, like the calm before a storm, settling like a pond that is still. The unrest inside me is growing, churning my insides like butter. This feeling is a type of omen, one that is clawing at my ribcage and spine, yearning to get out. Do I let it? Time. Time is a thief. He has stolen my breath and my sight, ruining my outlook. He has stolen my love and my anger, leaving me emotionless. He will take my youth and my passion, leaving me an empty shell, an insubstantial girl. Riverosis. Childlike wonder without the nuisance of knowledge. To experience life, not to worry about memory. Joy felt without the payment of pain. Alas, everything comes with a cost. Ellipson. I want to live. It's the one fault of knowing exactly what you want. Everything else feels like a distraction, like it's a waste of time. A pointless excuse to feel lazy, to feel anything at all, really. And I alone put me here.
Go crazy. Perfect. Okay. I'm Sarah, and I'm gonna do a little poem. I wrote this a little while ago, back when I was painfully single and just wanted to be in love with somebody. But I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Orion Mountain Dreamers. Does anybody recognize that name? No? That's okay. Look her up. She's really good. So that's kind of what this poem is based off of. And we'll just go for it, I guess. I say in my heaven, I'll live in a big white house with a wraparound porch. But what good is a big, beautiful house without you there? Instead, let's take the double wide, leave the boots by the door, and dance with me on our linoleum floor. Because in that double wide, I've learned to dance. Dance freely, without fear, with hope of losing balance, knowing I'll be caught by you or the floor. In that double wide, I've learned to sit. Sit with grief, sit with joy, yours and mine. With no rush to disparage or rectify, to sit still with you when all else moves too soon. In that double wide, I've fallen in love. With myself, with you, with being alive. Smothered in serenity, accepted that hurt is inevitable, that love is here to stay. In our double wide, I've learned what's most important, that no house can fill the hole in my heart like you can. Your curiosity, your assurance, your presence makes a tired soul feel right at home. I say in my heaven, I'll live in a big white house with a wraparound porch. But a big white house may as well be in hell without you in it. So give me the double wide in heaven, leave your boots by the door, and let's dance on the linoleum floor.
So good.
Loving the vibe. That's so good. We want to let you guys know about an event coming up in a couple weeks that we're doing. It's called Moonlight and Music. We've done it before. It's going to be on March 6th.
And so during Moonlight Music, we're gonna have 4 bands perform, and then there's gonna be free food. I believe it's tomato soup and breadsticks. So y'all gotta pull up.
I think there's a couple kinds of soup.
Okay, there's
There will be
one
variety if
soup.
you don't like
Yes.
tomato soup. Anyway, so next we're gonna have a couple more poems. We're gonna have one by Olivia Larson and Matthew Allred.
And then Peyton will perform a song, followed by S with another poem. Let's give it up.
Hi, I'm Olivia Larson, and much like Sarah, I wrote this when I was painfully single and wanted to be in love. And little did I know, 4 months later, I would finally find someone who makes me feel like this. And it's been almost 2 years. I would plant 1,000 flowers and bring you water from the moon just to see you smile. Because when you smile, it's like I'm 9 years old again and falling in love. I think I'm falling because every breath we share tastes like cherries and adrenaline. And every touch turns my skin to sunlight, like my heart could take flight, like it's peaceful tonight. God, how long has it been since I've had a good night? Since I've had my head right, since I've loved at first sight, because I was drifting, like a forgotten sign for a lemonade stand. But you brushed me off and pulled me out of the sand, and I still don't understand why you thought of me. Why I became a melody, when all I'd ever been was a wrong note. But maybe I was just in the wrong song, in the wrong key. You wrote symphonies around me. You wrote me into certainty and reassured me that certainly we were meant to be. And even if we weren't, we would let the ocean smooth our rough edges until we no longer had places too sharp to touch or too fragile to kiss. I rolled your soul in the palm of my hand like a storm-tossed stone, and memorized every crack and dent. We drank our tears like sacrament, and we would have saved some if we had any common sense. But I'm glad we didn't, because I'd rather get drunk on laughter than regret. And I'll toast to the lovers we never met. They can wait a while longer yet. And darling, I would grow flowers on the moon if I thought it would make you smile or get me a little closer to you.
Testing, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. My name is Matthew Allred. I am going to be performing a poem for you today. I wrote it about a month ago, and big thanks for inspiration from my parents. They're over here. They're the greatest. Give them a hand. And on top of that, Jack's Mannequin, My Chemical Romance, and the All-American Rejects. And so here is Depression Through Rock. The first choice I made was one I struggled to make today. When this started, I really couldn't say. Depression hits hard, this much makes sense, but I'm not sure how to look through a new lens. Dark blue, have you ever been alone in a crowded room? I can't be here with you. So the world spins in my head and now. Dark blue, will you always see me down like I'm falling through? I promise I still see you, but I'm losing my grip and it's dark blue. My thoughts are everywhere, swimming through music. I can't keep it straight and I really can't use it. When I lay here, they fall apart like a black parade. And when they're together, they form this crusade. Swing, swing, swing from the tangles of a broken heart that just loses all love. You'll just never find a way to carry on again. There's love of all kinds just floating around. Lost without tether, connection, or sound. I can't keep it down, and God knows I try. but I'll keep on trying, maybe someday I'll fly. So I'll carry on, and though I'm anxious and I'm crying, I promise you I'll carry on, and though there might not be use trying, I'll just keep marching on and on. And that first choice I mentioned, it's the choice to live, and my answer is yes, always. Thank you, USC. Have a wonderful night.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
How are we doing tonight? Oh, good. Okay. This is for anyone who still is confused about who they are or what they want to be in life. Yeah! Sure. We're all ready? Okay. Let's get it.
Oh, yes, get it! I love this song!
I reflect on my reflection, and I ask myself the question, what's the right direction to go? I don't know. Am I a man, or am I a muppet? Am I a muppet? If I'm a muppet, then I'm a very many muppet. Am I bad, or am I a man? Am I a man? If I'm a man, that makes me a muppet of a man.
I look into these eyes, and I don't recognize the one I see inside. It's time for me to decide. Am I a man, or am I a muppet?
Am I a muppet?
If I'm a muppet, then I'm a very manly muppet.
Very manly muppet.
I am a muppet.
Muppet.
Or am I a man?
Am I a man?
If I'm a man, then it makes me a muppet of a man.
Muppet of a man. Here I go again, I'm always running out of time. I think I made up my mind. Now I understand who I am. I'm a man. I'm a muppet of a man.
I'm a very manly muppet.
I'm a muppet of a man.
That's what I am.
my god. I was up there like screaming, shouting. I was probably more involved in that than I will be in my own performance, so. All right, so my father writes poems for his children. And if you're interested in them, it's on a blog called Poems for My Family at blogspot.com. Anyways, but I'm going to read a poem that he wrote for me when I turned 16 years old. It's called, What If There Were No Mirrors? Even though all glass was made for looking, only this one's called the looking glass. And yet she's the only kind you can't see through. But we sure love to look. We can't even pass without a quick glance or trance-like stare. What are we looking for in there? Maybe we're hoping to hear her declare us the fairest. And when she does not, we ask the mirror, on second thought, not to tell us how we look, but to help us look like someone else. So we keep making up a different face until she doesn't recognize us anymore. Meanwhile, we see nothing that is going on beyond the space obstructed by that stubborn glass. No, light will never penetrate a mirror. She won't show you what's ahead or where you're going. Instead, she bends your chin upon itself. Snake, like a snake devouring its tail, or a snail searching for the inner end of its spiral shell. That journey never ends well. And don't pretend that the mirror helps you see yourself. I contend that you know who you are without looking. If there were no mirrors, I think our vision would be clearer. Unobscured by what we see, we'd be free to simply be. And at last, pay attention to the person standing past the boundaries of the looking glass. Thank you.
Yes, you guys, let's give it another hand for our performers so far. They have been killing it. You guys have been a great crowd. This has been really good so far. So we're going to start off the second half of Pobev with a song from Connor,
A poem from Rudy,
a poem from Anna,
and a song by Isabella. Give it up for them.
Sorry, can you? There we go. Hi, my name's Connor. I sing in a band called Scarlet Letter. This song isn't by us, but it's a good one.
I'm missing your bed, I never sleep, avoiding the spots where we'd have to speak, and this bottle of beast is taking me home. I'm cuddling close, blankets and sheets, you're not alone, you're not discreet, make sure I know who's taking you home. I'm reading your note over again, there's not a word I comprehend except when you signed it, I will love you always and forever.
Well, as for now, I'm gonna hear the saddest songs and sit alone and wonder how you're making out. But as for me, I wish that I was anywhere with anyone making out. I'm missing your laugh. How did it break? Where did your eyes begin to look fake? I hope you're as happy as you're pretending. I'm missing your love. How did it break? Where did your eyes
you're as happy as you're pretending. I'm cuddling close, blankets and sheets. I am alone in my defeat. I wish I knew you were safely at home. Well, as for now, I'm gonna hear the saddest songs, sit alone and wonder how you're making out. But as for me, I wish that I was anywhere with anyone making out. Your hair, it's everywhere, screaming infidelities and taking it to where. Your hair, it's everywhere, screaming infidelities and taking it to where. Your hair is everywhere, screaming infidelities and taking it to where. Your hair is everywhere, screaming infidelities and taking it to where.
Thank you.
Testing, can you guys hear me? Awesome. Can I get a test of those snaps? How loud can we get? All right, sounds great, thank you. I have a couple more poems for you tonight. As always, I would like to say thank you to my friends and my family and my beautiful wife. And my friend Katie, if you're in the crowd, I want to give a shout out to Katie. My first poem is called The World That We Once Knew. It's inspired by a lot of that's going on in our country and the fears I have for what's going to happen to our forests and our parks and our public spaces and what might happen with drilling and mining. When the forests burn to ashes or become stumps before they burn, when the pika disappear from our mountains, when the birds stop staying their annual return, when the droughts go on drying and the industry has swallowed the water up, when the coal keeps on burning, polluting our air and polluting our lungs, when the snowpack never packs on, when the stoats stop turning their wintry coats, when the deer go on starving because we chain them with 4-lane roads, when the winds keep on blowing, marking the only song still around, when passes over us a ghastly sun, shrouded by a dry lake bed's dust cloud, when the forests become graveyards instead of sanctuaries for species of all kinds, when the butterflies stop making their spring appearances because on invasives they cannot dine, when the saplings never rise from the earth because the trash never let the climate stop them, when the monuments of the beauty of this earth will never be witnessed by our children. Someday when we look back, probably when we're all much too old, when the summers kept on getting hotter and all our natural wonders have been sold, when all the oil has been pumped and the ancient forests cut, when our rivers had been dried up or polluted and our air so full of carcinogenic stuff, then we will realize all the wonders we let wither and the fabric of our existences too. Then we will wish we had done better, missing the world that we once knew. Thank you. This second poem is inspired by just thinking a lot about my childhood and revisiting family and the opportunities I had to visit my wife's family over Christmas break. It's called Rearview Mirror. I don't want to look in my rearview mirror. I don't want to see what I'm leaving behind. A land of whimsical adventure, of beauty impossible to capture in my mind. I don't want to look in my rearview mirror. I don't want to miss the gentle time. If I could spend every moment I have with my loved ones, so wonderful and kind. I don't want to look in my rearview mirror. I don't want to see the world I've forsaken. Just set sail to new places where I must go, and let my curiosities awaken. I want to look in my rearview mirror and see the warm prismatic glow, to find beauty before the coming night's cold, or even the countless stars may show. I want to look in my rearview mirror. I want to wrap all my memories into a view. I want to find a way to say goodbye to the love, the life, the beauty, the time that I once knew. I looked in my rearview mirror, where every bit of me exists, and I found I cannot return and linger, but let it guide me here where I persist. Still, I want to find a way to miss the wonder in every corner of this bewitching world, where I spent my soul leaving a trail for others to explore and witness the beauty unfurled. Someday, when we pass, I hope our impressions stay, so as ancestors, our successors may turn and say, I don't want to look into that rearview mirror, for we've inherited such a beautiful world today. Thank you.
Hello? Sorry. How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, that's what we like to hear. Staying? Oh, awesome. Awesome. So my name's Anna Tuitt. I've performed a couple times here before, but it's been a little while. It feels great to be back on stage and see your lovely faces. I've read a lot of sad poetry before. I've read some love poetry, and honestly, reading love poetry is a lot scarier. This poem is written to be awkward. It's supposed to be about the feeling of when you're trying to tell someone something, but you keep changing the subject because right as you're about to, you keep freaking out about it. So apologies in advance. If it feels awkward, it's supposed to. It's called The Nerves. Hey, I'm so sorry to bug you. It's just that I saw you were walking and I'm headed in the same direction. Do you mind if I walk with you? Okay, awesome. Thank you. So, there's something that I wanted to say. It's been on my mind, and I know that you already know, but I'm not sure that you know that you know, and I know that you know that you know, but I wanted to make sure that you know because I want you to know. So I just wanted to say, oh my gosh, did you just see that bird up there? Growing up, I was surrounded by birds everywhere I went. They were always there. Big birds, little birds, lots of birds. But my favorite bird has always been the red-tailed hawk. Did you know that they have a ritual in the air? The male will dive towards the ground at frightening speeds and then soar back up into the sky just to impress the females. If she likes him, they'll lock talons and fall towards the ground together, a true trust fall. Do you ever feel like you're falling when your feet are firm on the floor? Because sometimes I can feel the wind beneath my wings as I drop from the sky, and I just have to say that the sunset looked beautiful last night. Yeah, striking oranges and reds, you would have loved it. The stars came out soon after. Do you believe in fate? Maybe there's some force that draws us together, maybe for a laugh, or maybe because they truly care. As a kid, I had this idea that everyone was tied together with an infinite silver string, everyone connected through each other. How about a god? I grew up religious, and I don't know if I really do anymore, but if there was anyone I'd worship, it would be you. Know how I always talk about the mountains in my poetry, and you roll your eyes?
You see, I used to spend whole days up there, following deer trails and catching anything that moved. I wasn't afraid of rattlesnakes until I was holding one and my friend screamed. Are you afraid of the things that you don't understand? I think the opposite of fear is knowledge. I haven't caught a rattler since that day, but can you imagine what life would be like if we didn't grow up afraid? I think some people look at people like us the same way they look at wild animals, like they don't quite know how we work and they're afraid we'll bite. I hope when you look at me, you see that I am in love with this campus. This place has become a home for me. People I adore, places that have a special place in my heart. Why are you so eager to leave? I don't quite understand how you are ready to run like a rabbit in the wind. I'm scared of loud noises too, you know? I see how you flinch when someone grabs your shoulder too tight. I guess what I'm trying to say is there is good everywhere if you dare to look for it. The world may not bend to my will, but I sure as hell won't be the one to fall to my knees first. When I say I want the world to be kinder, I mean that I want to be kinder in a world where kindness isn't always rewarded. And I hope that when you look around, you smile at the world and the light that shines from you, because the world is smiling back. I know life is hard and the winter feels endless, but if your hands are cold, mine are outstretched, waiting for your grasp. So I guess what I'm actually trying to say and feeling miserably is that I have to go. This is my building and class is starting soon. And soon enough you'll be far away from here and you won't remember my name or the way that you always make me laugh. I guess that as I'm walking into class and I see the back of your head as you walk away, the only thing I can say is, I love you. Thank you guys, have a great night.
That should be fine. Okay. This is a little bit shaky. What?
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I have a question. Who likes going on walks? I'm singing Walking After Midnight, so enjoy.
Go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway, well that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I'll go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying
let me lead this. We're doing this for real, okay? Okay, this side. Who's at the basketball game? Raise your hand.
Yeah, did it ever go?
How about that dub? Good.
That's right. We killed that. Okay, so proud of our Aggies tonight. We're super excited for this next set. We're going to start off with Ronan.
And then Nathan will be singing a song for us.
And then Caleb will be singing.
And then Rose with a poem. Let's give it up.
Hey everybody, I'm Ronan Spencer. I want to ask a quick question. Who loves their grandmas? Okay, there's a good amount of grandma lovers here. So I wrote this poem and dedicated it to my grandma because she's influenced a lot of my life, and I feel like we don't give them a lot of love, but like they're the foundation of who we are. And recently she was diagnosed with dementia, and so it's been hard, and I think that this is something that a lot of people can relate to. You know, when people get older, things often get more emotional. It gets more difficult to, you know, talk with them. But this is a poem dedicated to my grandma, who I love, and she's my favorite. And it's called You Deserve Flowers. I'm proud of who you've become. Young on Ellis Island was an immigrant from England, my grandma. Her accent strong and classically spoken, she came with her family to start new. I was that family. Resilient, the history has been written. Creative, you became a florist. I remember visiting your flower shop, age 9. I loved calla lilies, so you would tell me whenever you ordered them, which wasn't a lot. I don't think you know how much that impacted me. You've inspired my art, my passions, the way I talk. Nothing, even illness, can take away who you are. You will always be the same florist, the same artist, and the same grandma that I knew. And I promise to continue the garden that you built. You deserve flowers. Thank you, guys.
Just the jack. I love you. There we go. How are we doing tonight? That's a little weak, but all right, we'll go with it. I'm Nathan Christian. That's spelled Christ E-A-N if you're Instagram stalking me right now. This is my 2-year Pobev anniversary. So 2 years ago in February was my very first Pobev. So I'm going to sing a song that I'm sure you all know. As you know, I like to sing Frank Sinatra. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I can guarantee you know what it is. So enjoy. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, Baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. That's really loud. Who wants a kiss? I need both hands for this. Maybe. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Thank you.
Hello, hello. My name is Kale. I'll be reading you a poem tonight. It's a little story about what it's just like to be in college with friends coming and going. So here we go. To the friend I left behind. A stick falls from the willow tree. Wind rushes through its rough grain. A thump like a dove on a windshield. Dead leaves leap for a moment, then the quiet. Buried in cast-off foliage, the stick forgets the sky. Water works into its grain, forcing rot into heartwood, then the freeze. Spring gnaws at the stick. Roasting winds steal the leaves, leaving the naked branch alone with other fading limbs. Then the storm. Summer thunder rolls over. Dead wood twitches in the wind, and lightning races rain and winds. Its finish rips the earth like paper, then the spark. Embers flit across the grave. The light flies past the rotting stick and settles in another limb. Like a seed, it rests a moment, then the flames. Tongues of fire blossom like petals. Crimson blooms within that branch, warms the nearby rotting stick, and beckons it to join the dance. Then the duel. Caught between the rot and flame, embers beg the stick to join. It almost wants to fly away, yet all the flames can do is singe. Then the rain. One limb transformed to ash and wind, my form reborn, I took the sky. The stick consumed by dirt and dust. Your corpse was drugged to mud below, then the quiet goodbye. That's all.
So
poems for you tonight. The first one is called September 10th, 2024, because I wrote it on September 10th, 2024. A magpie chatters at the window. I am small. I feel so small. Sawdust in a parking lot, standing in a public bus, unripe honey locust in my mouth. Did you know you could eat it? The trees, the walls, the dead. I always wanted to be a watermelon vine, or maybe something calcified or crystallized. There are blackcurrant bushes outside, and peaches in the early fall. I would go to sleep if you weren't listening. Then my second poem is about a week ago was the 6th anniversary of my dad's death. So this one goes out to him. Yeah. It's called I Don't Know How to Miss You Anymore. I spent years moving carefully to avoid my bones rubbing on muscles and ligaments and skin and nerves hurting me, and I got surgery and took out the offending bits, and now I live like they were never there. And when you died, the world kept on going, and I had to learn how to live without you, like walking with a gaping wound. I think I get used to things too easily. The world where you drove up to see me for my birthday doesn't exist, and doesn't hurt me. It still hurts me, of course it still hurts me, but a world with you in it no longer feels right. For years, I would dream of you alive. I would know you had died, but I didn't dare ask anything because the impossible just made sense. The last time I dreamt of you living, something in me finally questioned, and the answer only made sense in the dream, and I woke up relieved. They put you in the ground with a prayer to a God you didn't believe in, so I carry you with me like a rotting marionette. This is all there is, all I know, all there ever will be. A little red bird sings, sings, sings. Thank you.
We had a little bit of a mess up
Sorry
on the
guys,
stage.
can't resist getting a kiss from Frank Sinatra guy.
One thing for you,
Sorry.
one thing for you guys. This next Pobev at the end of March is the last one that you guys can sign up for. So at the end of this Pobev, we'll put the QR code up where you guys can sign up, do a poem, do a song, stand-up comedy, whatever. But last one, so if you're graduating, this is your last chance. Please sign up. We'd love to see y'all.
Come perform at Pobev. We're gonna finish off our night first with Slade Blackburn performing,
And then followed by Jim doing a poem.
and then finishing off the night is gonna be Anna Peterson.
Let's give it up for them.
Woo!
Hey guys.
Can you guys hear me? There it is.
There we go. My name is Slade Blackburn. This is my friend Noah Stewart. Together, we're half of a band called Hazel Waves. Our drummer and bassist aren't here, but we're gonna be playing a song we wrote like, what, a month or two ago?
Yeah.
It's called Oh Listen Darling. It's about wanting something you can't have.
You didn't ask, but I promise you my intentions are pure. Held your hand in mine, rubbed it with your thumb, and for a moment I felt like I was finally numb. I'm tired of losing sleep. You there next to me. I don't know where to turn. Relieve me of my concern. Stare at the ceiling in my bed. Wish you were here with me instead. What is it keeping you from me? Something I said, what could it be? Oh, listen, darling, our time divided has left me unsure. You didn't ask, but I promise you my intentions are pure. Held your hand in mine, rubbed it with your thumb, and for a moment I felt like I was finally numb. And for a moment I was finally numb. It's okay. And for a moment, I felt like I was finally numb. Thank you. And music next week. Next week? 2 weeks.
Hi guys. My name is Jem, and this is a poem I wrote probably like a year ago called Strong Words. I say I hate him. You say hate's a strong word. So is love, I want to say, but it goes unsaid, unheard. Where was that warning when once for him I swooned? If I believed that that was love, which still I do, it soon may well have turned to hate, you see. Strength for strength, and now that strength has turned to nothingness, yet still is strong somehow. I think of him and all I feel is heavy on my heart. He's gone and I don't care, and yet it still tears me apart. This nothingness, still everything, the loudest song I sing so loud for everything, still all is just nothing.
nothing, no one, someone. A song to write again? They're everything, yet still I write of nothing, yes, of him. Of love, of hate, what difference do such distinctions make? Of nothing or of everything, of real or of fake? It's still my song to write and sing, my feelings to express. It's a strong word, you warn again, and all I say is yes. I feel strongly, let me feel it, let me say it full. If it burns inside me, then let me bare my soul. So yes, I'll use the strong words, love and hate and all, so that maybe when I'm dead and gone, the stars will still recall. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Anna Peterson, and I'm going to be singing a song I really love, and I hope that you all have the greatest night tonight. I'm trying my best to keep you satisfied. Let you get your rest. Well, I stayed up all night. You don't wanna know how alone I've been. Let you come and go. Whatever state I'm in. Man, am I the greatest? My congratulations. All my love and patience. All my admiration. All the times I've waited for you to want to say it. Made it all look painless. Man, am I the greatest? Doing what's right without a reward. We don't have to fight when it's not worth fighting for. And you don't wanna know what I would've done. Anything at all. Worse than anyone.
Can we give it up one more time for all our performers?
We want to remind you all, we're going to put up the QR code so you can sign up to perform at the last Pobev that you could sign up for. So sign up for that.
And then one reminder about Moonlight Music on the 6th in the Hub, as well as elections the 24th and 25th. Please go out and vote. And to end the night, we'll end it with the Scotsman for an Aggie Dub from basketball and for Globev. Thank you guys.